Look, man, just in case y'all forgot, this is who I am. This ish right here is what I do. This is the Diamond Crew. But I want to give a shout out to my G's and my OGs. But you already know what to do. But if you're new to the channel and you like content like this, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to like. I need you to comment. I need you to subscribe. I need you to share this. I need you to hit that notification bell so you always up to date. The bye week is now over. And how good did it feel, you know what I'm saying, to sit on top of the NFL on bye pause. This was much, much needed, you know, for this team to get healthy. We needed to put some things in perspective. No blood pressure and heartbeat up this week. Look, man, we all needed this. We all needed this, from the players to the fans. But it's over now. I feel like it was much needed. It was perfect. It was at a perfect time in our schedule. Um, you know, we got some juggernauts coming up, man. That's the fact of the matter, man. We got KC coming up. You know, we got Buffalo coming up. We got the 49ers coming up. We got Seattle coming up. We got Dallas coming up. And, you know, this is a test. This is our test right now, man. And we ready for it. To keep it a stack. We ready for it, man. We put ourselves in position. So, you know, we can drop a few games. I mean, I'm hoping we don't drop no games. But if we do drop a few games, it's not going to hurt as much because we put this team, we look, man, we control our own destiny. That's just the fact. We in control of our own destiny. Look, man, the Eagles are gearing up, you know what I'm saying, after the bye week for Kansas City on Monday night. So we, you know, we get that little extra little time, you know, and we need everything we can get right now, you know, because we've been beat up, we've been battered, we've been bruised. So we needed the time to get healthy. But we gearing up for KC on Monday night. The rematch from the Super Bowl, you know, we all waiting for that. We all waiting for it. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be a good game, man. I'm not saying I'm not gonna sit here and say that we're gonna beat these guys, we're gonna blow these guys out. You know, it's gonna be our real first test. To be honest, in my opinion, this should be our first real test. You know, because this could be a team that we see in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really looking forward to this game. I'm really looking forward to this game. You know, but you know, as we get ready for this game, you know, we coming off this bye week, you know, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The cornerbacks are a major concern for me after the bye week. You know, we haven't been playing the best thus far. There's been a lot of inconsistencies, you know, with our cornerbacks. Bradbury especially. We've been banged up at the slots position, at the nickel position, and we've been seeing, you know, I've been saying it since Maddox went down. Let's keep it a stack. Roby was the only player who even came in there and filled that role, competent, in my opinion. You know, we seen some flashes from Eli Ricks, and we see some flashes from I mean, that's about it. We put Bradbury there. Nothing seems to work. Nothing seems to work. In the middle of the field is always wide open. You know, and the reason is because of that slot position. You know, and a lot of linebacker play. I'm not saying we've been the worst linebackers, but you know, it's been some consistencies in coverage. You know, from the linebacker position and the nickel position and the outside, this whole back end. You know, I'm hoping that we can put a game together this week on Monday night against Kansas City because, you know, we got Spags. You know, Spags always got our number. Always got our number. So Andy Reid, man, we can't forget about Andy Reid. Andy Reid is one of those guys who we know very well in Philadelphia, and we have a lot of respect for Andy. And he's a great coach. So we got to be ready for that. Point blank, we got to be ready for that. But the cornerback position is something that we need to be working on right now. You know, Jack Jones was just released by the Patriots, you know, after 2 years. According to reports, he's ready to play now. He wasn't fitting into that, New England Patriots team the way he should, but that place is in shambles right now to keep it a stack. He was in a lot of situations where he was getting beat a lot of times this year in coverage, especially against Miami. If you go back and look at that game, he was in he was one of the reasons why they was getting beat so bad. But like I said, man, it seemed like from reports that he was the guy that was sitting on, off to the side, not saying much, towel on his head. Just wasn't, he probably just didn't feel like he was in the right position. So I'm not sure if that's a guy how we could go after, if that's a guy who can help the Philadelphia Eagles. But everything, how we playing, everything is worth a shot, in my opinion. Jalen's knee, man, I've been concerned about that. This whole bye week, what are we about to see? Is he healthy? Is he healthy enough to play? Should he sit a week, and come back the next week after? But knowing Jalen, man, you had to rip that thing off for him to sit out. And, that's the type of attitude that we have and want, from our quarterback. But, is it beneficial for him? Right now we're at the point where we could drop a couple games. And without Jalen, I don't see this team winning at all. I'm not saying we can't do it, but the possibilities are low. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, is Jalen knee healthy? Should he sit out another week? Should we give him more time? Because he is key. He is key to the success for the Philadelphia Eagles. If we think that we want to go on a playoff run, you know what I'm saying? If we think that that we will be able to be successful without Jalen, we got a whole different idea of what we need. So Jalen knee has been a big concern for me. I'm hoping that he can come out and we can lean a little bit on these running backs, like DeAndre Swift, and like a Penny, Boston Scott, Gainwell. Like I want to lean on these guys to try to take a little bit of the burden off Jalen, even though Jalen's been a monster from the pocket this year. He's been amazing from the pocket this year. So I can't be really worried about Jalen, man, because he's a warrior. This tight end position, with Dallas Goedert, being out, there's been some reports that Dallas Goedert, might be able to skip the IR because, with us going into this perfect bye week, and it being an extended bye week, that he may be able to, not go on IR, and we can have him maybe like a week early or so. But I don't know yet. We're waiting on those reports. But the tight end position, in my opinion, is something that we need to be concerned about this week. Because Calcaterra has been concussed, so it's looking like Albert O and Jack Stahl is going to be the guys there. So that's definitely a position of concern for me because we rely on a tight end position heavy. But that's yet to see. And if anything changes as reports come out, how they're gonna keep you updated with all this stuff. Because if this is questions I have, I'm pretty sure these questions are swirling around regardless. Another thing I wanted to discuss is the depth at the linebacker position. With Nakobe Dean going on IR, what are we gonna look like at linebacker, especially at the depth position? We know we got Cunningham, who's been playing amazing football. Morrow, a guy who we trust. But at the same time, what are we going to do for the depth position? Will we be seeing Ellis a lot more? Will he get more tick on the field? With Dean not being available, these guys are going to need a blow. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So what will we do in that situation? The Eagles did work out Anthony Barr today, but it looks like he'll be going back and signing with the Vikings, with one of their starting linebackers going down. So they went and signed back Anthony Barr. I think Anthony Barr played for Dallas last year as well. And I'm not I wasn't extremely excited about trying to pick up Anthony Barr, but I definitely think that we do need to address the linebacker position. But I do trust Christian Ellis. He was one of those guys who we relied on heavy, or we seen more of preseason and training camp. You know, we getting healthy, man. We getting healthy. We've been dealing with a lot of injuries all year, but we getting healthy, man. And there are players that's coming off of IR. Uh, like Quez. Where will Quez fit in? Where will Quez play at? Will Quez be on the active roster? With us having Alameda Sakias, who I feel like we have to have on the active roster. Also, Julio Jones. It's been a lot of chatter about Julio Jones maybe going to tight end. With Dallas Goedert not being available. But, as I said, I don't know. I don't know about that yet. So these are all the things that I'm kind of concerned about. But, we've been coming through with wins all season. So I'm not about to sit here and act like that's going to affect the outcome of these games. We got that safety coming off of IR, with Bayard being available, and Blankenship being good, and the Kobe, and Roby being available. Excuse me. These are all things that we need to figure out. What we're gonna do moving forward, because we have some talent, we have some guys in position that and we getting healthier. That's what this bye was for us to get healthy, and that's what happened. Jurgens is back and ready to play. He was active. His 21-day window was activated last week, but they decided to keep him fresh and on the bench. And I felt like we got some good play out of steam. So Jurgens is one of those guys, man. Jurgens is back. He's ready to get back in, and we need to be running the ball more, because Jurgens is the reason why this, running game was so successful. You know what I mean? So hopefully that we can, hopefully Jurgens come back and get right back to it, and we start running the ball again, man. Because I would love to see DeAndre Swift get to 1,000 yards this season. I would love that. I think he around 655 yards. And I think with Jurgens being put back in the lineup, that he can definitely close that gap by the end of the season. So, these are all the things that we worried about. These are the things that I will be trying to get the answers to all week, as we get closer and closer to Monday night. But let me know what y'all think, man. With all these things that we just discussed, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all answers are. What should we do, and what direction should we go, with these players, and how should we address this game on Monday night? It's gonna be a big one. As we talking about the competition, it's something that I wanted to bring up. There's been a lot of chatter on the Detroit Lions, a team that I have been high on since the season started. Before the season started, I was saying that the Lions would be a team that we should be worried about, because they've been chomping at the bit for the last few years. They just been getting better and better. They made it to the playoffs last year, so I knew that they was going to come back with some vengeance, and they had a really big win yesterday. And these guys are one of the best teams in the conference. Let's keep it a stack. They are a concern, in my opinion. They have a really complete roster. They got a really good running back room. They have great coaches, a really good receiving core. They just been getting hot, and they needed a few more pieces last year from this year, to get to the position where they wanted to get to. They added Montgomery. They added the rookie running back as well, Jahmyr Gibbs. So they've just been getting better and better and better. The QB has been places. If you want to keep it a stack, he don't get a bunch of love from a lot of places, but Jared Goff is actually a really good quarterback, and he's been places in this league. You know what I'm saying? So that is a team who I feel like that we need to be prepping for. That is a team who we need to keep close on. We need to keep them on our radar, because that is a really good team. with saying all that, man, the Eagles are not perfect, man. We are not a perfect team, but we are the best at winning. We know how to win. And we've been showing y'all that for the last 2 seasons. We have a winning pedigree. We have Howie Roseman, one of the best GMs, if not the best GM in the league, who's always looking and finding out ways to make this team better. We, like I said, we're not perfect, but we are the best at winning. So I feel like we can beat any team in this league if we learn how to put a good offensive showing and a good defensive showing. We put those things together, man. We'll have our best football, because we've yet to play our best football, and we still 8-1, man. And that's hella scary. That's hella scary. But let's talk about a few roster moves, man. The Eagles have added center Rosh P. I don't even know his last name. I'm about to butcher that, to the practice squad. We also released Kendall Vildor from the practice squad. If I'm not mistaken, Ross played for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think he played in maybe like 3 games back in the day. So welcome back, Ross. And, if we need you, hopefully not, with us having one of the best centers in the league, you'll be available to go. So I just want to talk about something real quick before we jump on out of here today, man, because there's been a lot of talk about this. Howie Roseman, man. Thanks, Howie Roseman, for blocking the 49ers from the Patrick Surtain trade, man, because that roster is already scary, man. He did his due diligence in acquiring about that cornerback while 49ers was acquiring, and both teams wasn't able to get a deal done, before the trade deadline. And that's the type of things, that you don't see. And those are the type of moves that you don't really notice. It's like when a player make a really good play that don't end up on the stat sheet. That's like what Howie Roseman did, in the general manager world. He just did his due diligence. That roster is insane. He had to do what he had to do to make sure that he don't make it hard on the Philadelphia Eagles to try to win. Even though I still think we're the best team in the league. So shout out to Howie, man, doing Howie things as usual, as normal. Look, man, he got the best perspective for the Philadelphia Eagles, and we trust him. We trust him. You know what I'm saying? But guess what, man? If you felt like this video helped you out, man, do the channel a favor, man. Like this, comment, subscribe. Do all that jazz, man. Keep Hotter in rotation, man, because I'm going to keep coming with that work. I'm going to keep coming with it. But for now, I'm out.